EA Sports, within the game. There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be on the All-Madden team.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Following the interception, Cousins. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now back to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys are good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. got his man in stride, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Handoff for Herbert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 22, Fields. Dancing to his left. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Equanimous St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have moved out in front.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Bears 7, Vikings 3. Santos kicking off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The Vikings have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousin's going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Justin Jones there on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal. The Bears 5-yard line.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On first down, it's Fields.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Robert Tunyon, the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Vikings Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 41, Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And now the rookie's free. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Play fake. Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Cousins on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. tackle goes to Harrison Smith. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Being chased out left. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Robert Tonyan,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 3. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Bears take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Now Fields going to keep it running left.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Now Herbert.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Yeah, they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. Don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 26 yards.
And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Fields.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Finding room at midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
They'll run here with Herbert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. First play's a run with Nwangu.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 55 yards. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again near the 4th. Crosby with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 25.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Herbert, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Herbert once more.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
But without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bears, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.